Morning everyone, welcome to the channel and the garage. Today's mission is sorting this door gap out, door alignment should I say there. I've adjusted up, I don't know if you better see on the camera there. I've adjusted the hinges as much as they'll possibly go, and we've still got quite a substantial alignment issue there. So all it leaves is the bulkhead. I said in the earlier video that I'd adjusted it previously, and it's as the weight's gone on the door and everything, and I've bolted everything up, it's pulled it back again slightly. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be fairly straightforward. First job's going to be get this wheel and bonnet off. Simple enough job, and then what I'll do is I'll do a quick walk around on what you need to undo, and I'll try and get a video of everything that you need to do. You don't need to actually take anything off. All you need to do is just go around and loosen quite a few nuts and bolts off, and then pull on the windscreen mount there. I'll use a ratchet strap off the post back there, and just pull the bulkhead, the top of the bulkhead forward. And that should in turn lift the door up. It shouldn't take much, probably 5, 6, 7 millimeters or something on the top there. We'll pull that up 10 to 15 millimeters that side. So yeah, it shouldn't take much of a pull. It's not that far out. It just looks worse than it is at that end. So right, I'll get this wheel off, bonnet off, and then we'll crack on. These guns are bloody brilliant. Simple jobs like that just make it so much easier. Getting this wheel off, not so easy. Got my shoes caught under the apron, and I've got my gut hanging out again. Found out a dozy. You can see the what I had to do to get this, because the offset's different on these aftermarket wheels. In fact, I'll show you, I'll spin the camera. The offset's different on the wheels, so what I've done is bolted a tailgate spare wheel mount to the top of the original mount, and that's it. Just, you've now got 3 bolts holding it down. Obviously it's got the longer bolts in there, and it just allowed the wheel to go on, because of the offset it would not go on with the standard mount. And I had that spare, and it just fitted on there and bolted on there fine, so I thought, why not just use that. When the wheel's off it doesn't look the best, but when the wheel's on you can't see it. Plus it's actually bolted down properly, the 3 bolts there. I'll put on the washers, because I've got the washers through the bonnet on this one, obviously. Take this little clip out of here and find a screwdriver. There we go. Still got the original safe clip on there as well, which is unusual. Now I've said that, I'll probably lose it. Move you around there a little bit. original circlip and the original pin. Put that in my pocket. And hopefully this isn't going to bite me. And that's that off. Easy peasy. I'll take the battery off there as well. See if I can actually move the camera down here a little bit and see what we're doing. Ah, you get an idea. Surely you know how to take a battery off by now. Oops. There's nothing massively overly complicated about doing this job at all. But everything just seems bloody heavy this morning. First job of the day, lifting loads of heavy stuff. Awesome. Air filter out. Still hasn't got oil in there yet. Right, what do we need out of the way? Not a lot now. Right, let's get you off there. Hopefully, I'm not going to have to loosen the front wings to do this. I shouldn't have to. So you've got loosen them 2 bolts there. Any bolts, pretty much. Find my torch. There we go. Any bolts that come through the bulkhead. So you see them bolts there, through the footwell. There's 2 more. See if I can get just in behind there. I'm not really going to be able to see very good from this side. I think I'm going to have to take that box off and loosen them free there. Still need to put the bung in the chassis for the wiring now. Everything's wired up and working. Yeah, there's bolts that come through there, so they all need loosening off. I'll go. Oh, that's it. The big bolt there that goes through, obviously, onto the outrigger. Right, I'll crack all them off and then come back to you. Right, so them 3 there loosened. There's 2 up there that go through the footwell. The bottom bolt through the outrigger down there. They're all just loosened off, a few threads. I had to take the box off the steering there. And them 2 there. There's 4 that go through the bulkhead there. As you can't see because my hand's in the way. You can see the 2 there. There's 2 more that go behind there. I'm not going to loosen. What I will do actually, I can't remember if I've tightened it up. We'll just take that off. I don't think it's going to make any difference, but we'll take it off anyway. And I don't think I'm going to need to loosen anything else off. What I'm going to do, just bear with us a second. Right, I just wanted to check that nothing's going to catch in there. If I shut that door up, what you'll notice there is now I've got a massive gap there compared to that one there. But that cap in there is ever so slightly bowed. It was like that, I assume, from the factory. It was like that when I took it off the tub. So it's yeah, it will go straight though. Watch, it'll go straight. So all I'm going to do is this post here, that's got a load of old gaskets on there, and that bit there, I'm going to put a ratchet strap between the 2, I've just brought a brand new ratchet strap. I'm bugging if I can find where I put it. It's there. And hopefully it'll do the job. What I don't want to do is chip paint off though. Let's do it the other way around. Wrap this one around first. I've chugged the wheels up. I've put a cylinder head on it, under the wheel. So the handbrake's on and it's in gear, so it shouldn't really go anywhere. It shouldn't take that much strain to do it anyway. Hopefully that's going to be long enough. Yep, right. See if I can put you guys where you can see. It's the easiest way of doing it, unless you've got a couple of people, and then you could probably just pull on it. But I'm working on my own, so this is the easiest way, no doubt, to do it. Put that just on there like that. Pull that through. Just start taking up the strain, and I'll move you around. So hopefully what you'll see is that start to come up. There's a lot of strain on that. Right, so I'm going to go with the paint. Just take this I think I'm going to have to loosen a bit more off. Yeah, bear with us a minute. Right, everything's loosened off. What I ended up doing was basically all the bits I loosened off on this side I've now loosened on the other side as well. There's not half as much on the other side, so it's a lot easier. Just try and give it that little bit more movement. The hinges for the windscreen are loosened as well. Just give it that little bit of extra. Then give it a couple of clicks on the ratchet strap, and like I said, at this point I'm not looking at the galvanising. I'm not worrying about the galvanising. All I'm worried about is that line there. There is still a little bit of movement on the door hinge, so that is about as much as I'm willing to pull it up with the strap on there. Might give it one more click. Right, so the thing to do now is to go round, tighten it all up as quick as you can. Easier said than done. Right, so remember, I'm looking at this line there. The sun's on it perfect, so you can see, not the galvanising just yet. I'm going to sort the galvanising out later. That's the line I'm looking for, and it's down a little bit, not a massive amount. You can see the gap's pretty even that side, and pretty even all the way around really. So I'm not going to worry too much about a couple of millimetres here and there. They wasn't perfect when they came out of the factory. I might try and undo the rear tub at some point, just across behind the seats or under the seats, and put a bit of weight in the back of it, and just see if I can just pull that down just that little bit. literally millimeters. There's not much adjustment in there, if any, but it might just bring it down just that little tiny bit, because I literally can't get any more that way. Let's have a look around this side. See whether this side still lines up. I haven't even adjusted the door on this side, so that can still, there's still a bit of movement on the door there, so that side will go on, but I haven't put the seal on this side either. So yeah, and that's one of the ways of doing it. Obviously, if it's little bits, you can undo these hinges and pull the door over, lift that side, obviously pushes it over, but yeah, that's not far off at that. That's probably about what it came out the factory like, so I'm not too worried now. And that's another job pretty much ticked off the list, barring a little adjustment on the door and the capping. What I need to try and do is where it bolts through there is try and just clamp it down a little bit more, and it should pull that capping down there. Hopefully. I'm not overly worried about it. These things happen. Like I said, it was like that when it came off, so I assume it's come out of the factory like that. Just a little Land Rover quirk there. Nothing on these was ever millimetre perfect. It's that'll do. Everything was that'll do. If it looks right, it is right. So yeah. I don't think there's anything else I can really add on to that, really. I'm going to just crack on now while the bonnet's off. My main job I've got to do now is just go around the whole vehicle and with the spanners and just check everything. I haven't tightened any of the suspension mounts. In fact, I'll do a video on that in a minute. I haven't tightened any of the suspension joints up yet for the leaf springs, and I'll do a video on that and why. Some of you, if you've watched all these videos, if you're really boring like that, you'll remember when I first started putting this together that I mentioned about it, but I'll do a proper video on it. Yeah, while the bonnet's off, double check everything in there, double check everything underneath, finish putting the brake lines in, a couple of little bits, a couple of little interior bits. There's a door card to fit, it's a door seal to fit, and it's not far off, ready. Right, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Take care.